Campaigner careers. Can't I fly helicopters and be an oceanographer who writes songs and cooks? It's a big world out there, perhaps even a little too big. Campaigners are fascinated by new ideas, both in terms of developments in fields they are already familiar with, and when new subjects come along. The trick for people with the campaigner personality type is to take advantages of this quality, this wonder with a magnificent breadth and detail in the world, and to use it to propel themselves further and deeper than others are willing or able to go. If there's a challenge campaigners face when selecting a career, it isn't that they lack talent or options or drive, it's that there are so many things out there that are just cool. Yeah, that's absolutely why I looked into investment banking and investing, day trading, quantitative analysis, tech, software, futurism, uh, cryptographic algorithms, philosophy, history, um, strategy, uh, psychological practice, mental wellness, uh, ancient histories, alternative histories, mystical histories, uh, secular history, linear history, a lot of things labeled conspiracy, um, and why it was so mumble jumbled when it was really everything I cared about is why people communicate a certain way, whether it's technology, whether it's psychology, whether it's you know conspiracy, whether it's myths. Like it's less about me wanting to be one thing and understand anything that people, especially large groups of people, will say, I don't understand that, that's crazy. I think crazy is an excuse to not be emotionally intelligent in this day. So that's always fascinated me, how to bridge those gaps. And it's less about tearing down the walls and more about building bridges over the walls so you can remember how far you've come. Otherwise, you're rewriting history to save face. The opening of a door can be a wonderfully joyous moment. Chief among campaigners' talents is their people skills, a quality that is even more valuable now than ever, even in a traditional analyst strongholds like engineering, systems analysis, the sciences. Campaigners' ability to network and match the communication styles of their audience means that even as they explore new challenges on their own, they will be able to work with others, explore others' perspectives, and glean new insights into their projects. Much of the modern progress stems from incorporating their studies into typically dissociated fields, and no one is better equipped to merge broad interests than talented, energetic, and future-minded campaigners. Interesting. That's like just what I tried to say, but more intelligent. And while thinking types may be better at applying logic to systems and machines, people with the campaigner personality type are able to apply that same logic to human interactions and networks. That's absolutely what this new infrastructure I'm working on is. Using their exceptional social perception to find out what makes people tick, this lends campaigners a solid foothold in any human science or service, from psychology, counseling, teaching to politics, diplomacy, and detective work. All of these fields have another important similarity. They are in constant development, shifting, presenting new angles and new approaches. It's simply not possible to be good in these fields and content with the way things are. This is where campaigners truly shine. Interesting. It's absolutely how I feel about my perspective compared to engineers that see absolute perfectionism. Um, Too many bosses, too few workers, where campaigners do not shine in systems of strict regimentation and hierarchy, such as military service. Campaigners thrive on the ability to question the status quo and explore the alternatives. And if this is a quality that is not just unappreciated but actually frowned upon, this will not only make them unhappy, but may even threaten their emotional stability. That's absolutely how I felt through my entire adult life when I was exploring better ways to apply certain things and mental wellness that just were not, you know, one thing was said, another thing was chosen in the long run consistently, and it seemed dishonest but covered in niceness and abused trust in the long run, backed by absolute truth. Yeah, I definitely get that. People with the campaigner personality type need to feel like they're pushing boundaries and exploring ideas and should focus on interests in careers that encourage that. Many more career options satisfy these needs, and not just the scientific ones. Writing, journalism, acting, and TV reporting all give campaigners a chance to explore something new every day and stir the pot a little while they're at it. That's absolutely why I've been getting more into journalism, why I explored acting and TV and stand up, and why I see the ethical dilemma in TV reporting in ways that other people think is a belief. It may come to pass, though, that the best way forward for campaigner personalities is to establish themselves as entrepreneurs and consultants. Exactly why I shifted from believing that business ownership is and sales is absolutely more responsible than entrepreneurship, and why I've been leaning more and more towards that the past couple of years. Consultants, yeah, why I lean more towards consulting as well, blazing their own trails and taking on whatever project is most fascinating, so long as they get to use their people skills, identify and achieve their own goals, and inspire their colleagues and followers. Campaigners will be happy.